I guess it's time for me to do a video on Kevin Samuels. So, what I've heard is a lot of people pretty much being pretty happy that he's died. I don't think that's right. God doesn't even wish for the wicked to perish. That's how good God is. But I also very diligently stick to the understanding that some people perish before their time because they are not willing to come out of their destruction and follow God. And I've made a video about Kevin Samuels. He was destructive. He was, watching some of his videos, I could agree with very little things on there. But nonetheless, some things. But the guy, he basically was teaching men how to take advantage of women, how to manipulate them, how to give themselves the appearance that they were worth more value than others. He constantly called himself a high value man and was quote unquote teaching people how to be high value men. You're dealing with a spirit of pride with that. And I don't know, part of me didn't actually really think he thoroughly thought that about himself, but he was kind of more so selling a product. But still, if you're selling a product for people's destruction, God is going to, he's going to judge you for it. And so, I'm not surprised that the man is dead, to be honest, because we reap what we sow, unfortunately. You have to be right by the Most High in order to have life. It's unfortunate that it got cut short, because I think the guy was only like in his 50s or something like that. But yeah, these women are getting on his show and he's talking to them and he's like, you're not worth anything. No man's ever going to want you. I think the way he talked to these women was just very destructive and dangerous, because black women especially deal with a lot of things. And so here is another person with some kind of clout, someone that we perceive that is supposed to be on our side because they're black. I don't personally subscribe to that mentality, but I can see where black women come from concerning those things. They don't have God, a lot of them, and so they just end up relying on man for all their approval, I guess. Shoot, I guess I'm across the street here. And so when black men do not approve them, they get quite upset about it because no other men approve them either. 9 times out of 10. I was at the Chattanooga market today, farmers market. Unfortunately, there was maybe like 15 black folks there, 15 black men, and there was a good 13 of them that were with or married to other races. There was 2 that was with black women, tops. And so, this is kind of what black women see all the time. And so there's a high level of rejection in the black community concerning those things. The reason why I don't get too ridiculous about it, because I used to, is because I know that the Father has promised me a husband, and these women don't know that. And so they're constantly looking for their husband, but there's not a lot of options because the men either want other races of women or, they want to fool around and do what Kevin Samuels was teaching men to do, which was basically be players and not have relationships, not have valuable relationships with women. So it's unfortunate. But, if there are any black women watching this, I want to just encourage you, because God can find you a husband. And he doesn't even have to be black, okay? He doesn't have to be black. My husband's going to be black. I've seen him in a dream. Never would have thought that because I've never actually dated a black guy except like maybe one. And so, it's not the end of the world if black men don't want you. Honestly, I think what it is a lot of black men have been deceived into thinking that other races are more valuable. And so they just don't really value black women as much. But the other thing is, unfortunately, black women are dealing with a lot of things and they carry that with them, and that also pours over into their relationships. I mean, I was watching a video earlier of some hair silkening, straightening treatment. Black women do not like their hair. They don't like their eyelashes. They don't like their nails. Everything on them is fake. This is like the standard for black women in Atlanta, and a lot of men just do not want that. They don't want it. They want a girl, when they go to bed, they wake up looking the same way that they did. I'm sorry to inform you, but it's true. Does that mean that we need to go around talking about no man's ever going to want you and all men hate you and all this kind of stuff? Like, no, that's not true. What you have to do is learn to accept who God created you. And you're going to find relief and freedom in that. And then it's not going to matter if this man wants you or that man doesn't want you, because at the end of the day, you're really going to have some legit security, not the vain security. The as Jesus said, if you stand on sand, your house is going to fall. That's what all that is, with all the makeup and the eyelashes and the fake hair. That's sand. That's building your house on sand. So if you build it on a strong foundation, knowing who God created you, being accepting of who God created you, then you're going to attract not only better men, but actual husband. So yeah, I mean, that's what the only reason why I agreed with Kevin Samuels was just because he was right concerning some things. Because one girl did get on YouTube and she was like, well, I just want a man to basically take care of me. I don't want to work. I don't want to have kids. I don't want to raise them. I don't want to clean a house. Like, she wanted to be taken care of. You need a sugar daddy, honey. That's what you need, a sugar daddy, not a husband, because no husband is going to want that. And so, yeah, Kevin Samuels was right about that. But the way he was talking to her after that, it was just like, I understand your plight, but you have no reason to be calling this woman names and all that. Like, you're supposed to be the representative of the male figure. I don't know if the guy was gay. Like, he was had a picture of some man in his bed. I mean, who knows? He could have been gay. I could see it. I mean, he had a Louis Vuitton purse, and he was just too concerned about his appearance for my taste. I just think it was his time, because he didn't really want to do the will of the Lord. And from my understanding, he would take the Bible and use it in ways he wasn't supposed to. So, we recompense, again, what we sow. So, anyway, prayers for the family. It's hard to lose a child, especially. And hopefully we can learn from this, Come under God. What are the roles that men are supposed to play? What are the roles that women are supposed to play? I can guarantee you that God never intended for a woman to chase after the man. God intended for the man to court the woman. And you should be looking for a wife and not a hookup. So anyway, you guys have a blessed one. Bye.